Tell us a bit about yourself. We'll talk about the London Racing Club event next week, but tell us a bit about how you got into racing and how much you love it now.
Well, I got into racing because I stopped smoking, and that gave me enough money to take a share in a horse with Peter Harris and the choir boy, Walter Swinburne. And after a couple of years of that, I decided I wanted to have more say as an owner. And I saw an advert in the Racing Post that Claude Duval was speaking at the London Racing Club. I went along, was made very, very welcome, and met the chairman for that night, who was Mark Johnson, the commentator. And I said to Mark, if you could recommend an up-and-coming trainer that I could perhaps go and visit and take a horse with, who would it be? And he recommended Lucy Wadham, and that was in 2002, and I've had an interest with Lucy ever since.
Sell the London Racing Club to us quickly. Why should somebody join? How much will it cost to join?
Right, we're a non-profit making club. Everything we get from our Cheltenham previews, our guest nights, our raffles, goes back into providing our members with free entry for our in-town meetings and visits to yards and studs. Why should you join us? Because we're all racing enthusiasts.
I must say, when we attended the annual meeting up in Gloucester Road,
yes, the Holiday Inn.
It's just genuine racing fans. You know, there's no frolicking about, and it's genuine racing
messing.
People who know their stuff, and it's a great get-together.
Right.
How do they register?
And you just go online, londonracingclub.org. You can see the form, you can download it, print it off, or come along and join at the club.
We're not going on about London all the time. Round the country, how does anyone
join? Easy.
The racing clubs? How many are there around the country? How do you join them?
Right, well, round the country, I should think there are probably between 20 and 30 racing clubs, which doesn't actually sound a great deal, but they do tend to be regional. You find people travel great distances to their club. So, for example, the Three Counties and Cheltenham Racing Club, which is obviously based at Cheltenham Racecourse, will attract people from Worcestershire, Herefordshire,
Bristol,
Gloucester, all round, and they will travel to that club. So the best thing to do in terms of your region is to go onto Google, type in the area you come from, so you might want to put Northern and then put racing clubs after it. And what you'll get is a whole succession of racing clubs appear, and you just go through and you find them.